Ja, herzlich willkommen, liebe Zuschauer, heute bei CTVau, die Folge eine Doppelpack-Sendung. We got a double back from Finland, and wir sagen hello to Elmeri and Karri, who are the new Finns, let's say it like that, playing for the Vikings. One is a DB and one is a running back. So hello to Karri and Elmeri.
Hi.
Hi. Let's start with Elmeri. You played for the Wolverines, and you have the number 26, and you play as a DB. So was this from the beginning when you started playing football your position, or did you start on another position where you're playing maybe in the offense or something like that?
Well, yeah, when I started, I played running back actually.
Okay, and why did you change your position?
Well, I don't know. I played DB2. I played both ways as a junior, and when I was in defense, I played DB, so I stick with it.
Karri, running back, also a very important position, and you know your quarterback. I think you played for the Potsdam Royals last season.
Yes, we played for the Potsdam Royals last season.
And you were a very close team with Chris, I think.
Yeah, Chris is a good friend, and we have a good chemistry in the backfield together. So it's fun to play again with him.
You were with the Roosters. You were several times champion with the Roosters, and you even had a very successful era in the Finnish national team. So I think you were over in the States in the beginning for 2017 or something like that.
Yes, 2015. I was an exchange student in Ohio, United States. I was there in high school for 1 year. Yes.
What impact did your stay at the high school for you on playing football, especially?
Excuse me?
What impact did you had your stay in the United States on playing football? Because this is a very big step to go over to attend high school and even play football on a higher level.
Yeah, well, it was a smaller school, so I wouldn't say the level of football was that much higher. It was maybe more of everyone on the field knew how to play football, so it was or knew the basics of football, so it was more of in a sense more educated football, but the players were not, superhuman or whatnot, what we usually think that American high school kids are. But at the same time, yes, it's different over there. It was more physical and faster than in Europe you're used to. So in that sense, it impacted me kind of being more, physical player and used my body in different ways and not just, the European style.
And Elmeri, you had experiences with the Wolverines in Helsinki. What I wanted to know is, we in Austria know not very much about football in Finland, but we always got two names on our radar. It was the Wolverines and the Roosters. Why is in Finland football so popular since, let's say, many years?
Excuse me, why isn't it popular, or why is it?
Now, why is it so popular? Because two teams from Finland we know even over here. It were the Wolverines and the Roosters.
Well, I think that you guys know them because I think Wolverines played Vikings in some sort of a ELF or like a European League game way back, and then Roosters and Vikings have played, was it 2019, 18?
18, yeah.
Yeah, 18.
Played the friendly match, and then there has been other Finnish connections too, with Akseli playing here and Kimi last year. So I think that's why Wolverines and Roosters are in the known of Vikings fans, at least.
What do you know? Let's ask me. How did you get your contract with the Vikings? How was the time to get the signing with the Vikings?
With me?
What was the procedure that you got the signing for the Vikings?
Well, I had a contact between Vikings and actually it was with Axel. Had a lot to do with it. Who has played in Vikings too? He set up the initial contact with the Vikings, and then the talk started with the coaching staff, and that's how it started. But actually, Axel played a huge part in me signing to the Vikings.
And how did it start for you, Karri?
Well, for me, it was natural development in the sense that I played in GFL last year, and this year I wanted to take a step forward and play in a more competitive league. So I was looking at the ELF teams and trying to find out which team was the best fit for me. Then Coach Kaleke was in contact with me. Chris signed here, and I had already previous friends here, Matthew Daltrey and Milos who played in the Roosters in 2019 both. So I already had many connections here, so it was an easy decision to just come here and play for the Vikings. So
until today, what is for you the let's say the key of the Vienna Vikings offense? Not to tell some secrets about the playbook, but what makes the offense maybe in 2023 even stronger than last year?
Well, they're very balanced offense. We can do everything, and as long as we execute everything we can and we plan, we can be the best offense in the league. Definitely, we have players on that can, catch the ball, run the ball, and we can do everything. So I think we're pretty solid for the next year.
Mm-hmm. And Karri, the defense is a very strong one, as far as I can say, because we've got a few skilled players, even the younger ones from the homegrowns. So how do you feel in your position in the defense of the Vienna Vikings at the moment before the first game on the 11th of June?
I feel really confident in our defense, especially with the core staying almost the same from last year's championship team. I think that's a really good thing, and it's great for me to come into that great core of players, Austrian players, and of course with X there too. But I feel like I feel really good about it. I'm really confident in our skills to play this year in the ELF.
I could read something about your playing. I think it was in last year, in when you played the against Denmark and Czechoslovakia with Finland, and you told the people on Twitter that you were tackling as a nickelback. As far as I know, a nickelback is an additional cornerback. Why did you like that so much?
Can you say it again?
I say you told the people on Twitter that you were tackling as a nickelback, and I was asking, what is the fascination that you can do tackles like a nickelback? Because this is an additional cornerback, I think.
Yeah, well, I think nickel is a really interesting place to play in the defense because it's I guess it's the best of both worlds. You're kind of a hybrid guy. You have a lot of responsibility in the passing game, but you also have the chance to affect the running game quite a lot because we're close to the box. But yeah, it's a fun place to play in, and yeah.
Have you watched the games the last weekend? There were a few games. Vikings had a week off, so let's start with Karri. Did you watch some of the games, and did you get some impressions about the teams they were playing?
Yeah, I pretty much watched all of the games that were on last week, and having the chance to watch the games, so obviously I used that to my advantage and watch pretty much every game. There wasn't ELF to watch. Definitely, like we were facing talented teams this year. Berlin, the first team we're playing this week, they're formidable, defense and offense. They're going to be good, and it's going to be a good matchup with them. And also other teams that we're going to play. Obviously, Raiders looked really good, and the Wroclaw Panthers, got to mention them because they look really good. So we're going to have some great matchups this year, and we have to prepare every week to get that win back home.
Have you seen a team where you can say they have a pretty strong defense? I saw the Raiders playing Munich, and I think they will chase the Vikings.
I didn't quite catch that, but yes.
Elmeri, did you have any impressions from the last weekend from one or two teams, or maybe a few more?
Of course, the main focus was on Berlin because we're playing them the first week, and yeah, like Karri said, they have a lot of talent there too. Especially on offense, they have good skilled players. And of course, I think in all of the matches that I watched, there was some first game jitters with all of the teams. So I don't think that it doesn't necessarily give the real picture of their level of play. So and also Wroclaw, like from our conference, Wroclaw look really good there. I think those two, and of course Raiders were playing them too this year, or looking closely to those games.
If you look a little bit ahead on the game this upcoming week, you both have watched, I think, more than one game of Berlin. Is there any key to the victory for both of you, which is keep the ball running, or is more passing game against against Berlin a good opportunity to win?
Well, for us, it's mostly about doing just our thing and playing good football and making sure we take care of the football and put some points on the board. That's what it's all about.
And what is your opinion, Elmeri?
Well, I think that on defense, if we stay disciplined with our jobs, everybody does their own job. I think we're gonna be really, really good on this game. Of course, we have to respect the threats that they have, but we have a solid game plan, and if we're disciplined with it, I don't see a problem with us.
For both of you, the same question. What motivates you before a game? Maybe on game day. Who wants to start with, and what motivates you on a game day? What is important for you that you have before you start playing?
Well, my game day traditions are pretty much just try to be relaxed. Sometimes I do that by listening to Katy Perry or something up tempo or whatnot, just to keep my mind loose and all that. I also like to gummy bears before games, just to take my mind off of things. That's a good way, just eat some sugar and it's just football. Don't stress about it. That's my main point going into a game.
Okay, Elmer, what is your motivation, or what is your point of what is your mindset on a game day?
I have a pretty similar to Karri. I don't like to get too hyped up too early on a game day. Of course, right before the game is good to get a bit of a hype, but I try to stay relaxed too, and what motivates me maybe is the hard work that has been put in before the game, and the guys that have put in the work with you, so your teammates, they motivate you always, because you can see from the people's eyes too before the games how much it means to them, and then sometimes remind yourself that how much does it mean to you too. So I think teammates motivate me.
Fans in the stadium. We've got the first home game at a very big stadium in Vienna, and how much mean much fans in the stadium for you? So how much do you need support from the fans? I mean, crazy loudness, supporting the defense, helping the offense out.
Louder the better, more the merrier. Having fun, fans in the stands is always fun, and it makes the game more fun when you have people supporting you. It's nice to also see people enjoy the game. That's also entertainment, not just a very serious sport. Obviously it is, but at the same time, enjoy the game. It's fun to watch from the stands as well. So I hope we get a lot of fans to that game.
Yeah,
like Karri said, the more the better. The better, and especially on the defensive side, the more noise when their offense is on the field, the better. Were you asking about the Berlin game or our first home game?
I was asking maybe more against Berlin, but in general also. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Berlin game, I've seen pictures about the stadium. It's really nice stadium, and I've heard that there's a lot of people coming there to watch, so it's going to be fun to play against in front of a big crowd, hopefully.
Last question, or the two questions I have. The one is, have you had your time to visit some spots in Vienna, make like sightseeing, or were you busy on going to train yourself and make the training and the coaching also?
A little bit of time. It's been kind of a bad luck for us. Those days we've had off days from practice or other duties. It's been raining, so it's been a mix and match. Some days we've been able to go to the inner city and see all the historical sites and all that. It's a beautiful city for sure, and it'd be nice to visit some more spots in the town.
Mm-hmm. And Karri?
Well, the same with Karri. We've been a few times in the city center, but like Karri said, there was a lot of raining going on when we had the time off to actually do something, and also everything else is pretty close to here, as we all live relatively close to the office and to the field, so it's kind of easy to also get stuck in here, kind of, because everything's so close. But I'm looking forward to seeing more of Vienna in the upcoming months.
So the last minute, what is your message for the fans for the next, let's say, for the whole season?
Come support us. Come watch the games. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. We have a great team this year, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch these games live. It's going to be a lot of points on the board, and our defense is going to make sure the other teams are not going to score as much. So it's going to be a lot of fun to watch these games.
What's your point, Elmeri?
Yeah, the same thing. Sports are always best live. I think that's the case with every sport, especially football. And I hope there's going to be a lot of spectators see a great offensive skill and also defensive skilled players. We have a great team, and I think we're gonna put on a show that's worth to watch. So hopefully there's a lot of fans coming in.
Yeah, I hope that too. That was a very good word for the finish from you, Elmeri, and thank you, Karri. I say bye-bye to our viewers. Very much thank you to both of you. Thank you, Karri.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
And thank you, Elmeri.
Thank you.
Okay, so wir hatten den finnischen Doppelpack jetzt hier, also Elmeri Laalo and Karri Pajarinen, and the running back were 24 and the DB with the one number 26. I will see you next week on our next show. And I say goodbye to the two Finnish guys and goodbye to you at home. Bye-bye.